Hey everybody, it's Invicta. It's time now that you can run here the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Man, oh man. Feels good to be here on a Monday. Like I said, I like Mondays, man. There's just something ease of something like kind of like a reset to the week, new time to do a new workout, all that kind of stuff, back to routine and all that whole shebang. Thank you all very much for all the support as always on every single video, including the Binding of Isaac. I hope you all had a great start to your new week. Here's your meme of the day. This one got me off guard because I wasn't exactly sure what it was at first, but then I looked closer and I was like, that's a good one here. Sent in here on the Invicta subreddit by Zelix326. Title thread was Speak of the Devil. And then in the thread, they said, love the video. Even tried to find some extra fun with the audio. Noticed that it cut out right as you were saying, oh, and it's a Krampus fight. I wanted to make a simple meme for the randomized week. Say my name. I can't do a good Bryan Cranston. Say my name. I don't know. It's something like that. Thank you very much, Zelix. Yeah, people were memeing about the microphone. I know. I apologize. I hope that it's been fixed here. Sometimes the audio is just weird, man. CJ is gonna be Kilo 382, Juliet 36. We've got pretty decent stats here. Good damage, good shot speed, good tears rate to start off with, and we also have Sharp Key, which is going to give us 5 keys to begin with anyway. And we also have cat ears, so there's that. Can't escape him, man. I can't escape him. We even have a Twitch TV sub goal right now of 2,000 subs, and if we get there, then I have to put on Uma Musume ears for an entire stream on camera. So there's that. Well, it's all about ears for some reason. I don't know. I think people have an ear thing when it comes to, like, you see all the like the headphones with cat ears and stuff. I mean, I've had to buy a couple pairs of them for girlfriends over the years, and man, I just have regular basic the Sennheiser headset that you all heard me record Friday Night Fan Fights for StarCraft and for League of Legends, that sort of stuff. It's still the same headset that I have right now. The plain old good working headset. Ooh. Forget me now. Now, this is going to be interesting because we could potentially get 2 early devil deals here. I think with this, with these bombs, we should definitely at least try to get a couple of chests here. Yeah, go give me one of them no dang old chests, man. Yeah, we're basically recycling the bombs here. Yeah, go. 12 cents now. This puts us in a good position to get something good, like, for example, options, which is going to give us 2 item rooms to choose from instead of 1. I am going to bomb the donation machine now because, I mean, surely we won't get 2 days in a row with Pageant Boy as our first floor starting boss item. There's no way, right? It would defy logic. It would defy physics. Physics, it's not even involved in this game, as we all know. Oh man, I don't have my rim shot anymore. The Ragman here, and I am going to give him a little gift. Just for taking those pot shots the other day. Yeah, our shot speed really looking good here. 1.20, that's about maximum is what I want it. Anything over 1.0 and you're subject to having a lot of bad stuff happen with clown physics, especially given, the slidiness of airborne enemies in Isaac. And as we take more shot speed here, it's a great game. Let's throw the game for a loop. Let's do it again. See, the game was expecting us to take that and use it for a second floor, which is something that we always do. But this time, we're playing by our rules here. We're going to throw it off course. We're not going to let the game... We're never going to let them let our know... We're never going to let them know our next move. I am going to take Kidney Stone here, as it can be a hindrance from time to time, but early on, it's very, very, very good at taking out early game mobs and bosses alike. And what it does is it will give you a charge shot, kind of like a phantom charge shot in a way, where Isaac's face will turn red, and then he lets loose a ginormous boulder attack, or in this case, stone attack, and that stone is spectral and piercing, and also does an increased amount of damage, and then after that, the subsequent follow-up tears rate gets boosted by a whole lot. I mean a whole lot. So you don't have to be in an active room for it to charge, just as you saw right there, but I do recommend charging Kidney Stone before you go fight any of the bosses. Look Like now I feel like the game volume is like too low. I want to turn it up too high, but I also don't want my stupid voice covering up everything. So if we can just get one more bomb, I definitely would like to get Steam Sale. Need a Bomba or we need 2 cents. I'm going to wait for Kidney Stone to charge again. Again, you don't have to be in an active combat situation in order for Kidney Stone to activate. While I'm doing this, I'm going to scratch my back with a very long flathead screwdriver because I don't have my back scratcher near me, and we were using it to work on the studio equipment. Hey, look, it's better than my fork that I used to use, all right? Gonna be Dingle, and we're gonna try to burn down Dingle as much as possible. Saw the little bit of consequence there of some physics issues, but you know, there's no way. That's the only problem there. Wow, we almost got popped. That's the only way to deal with Dingle is just to try to take him as fast as possible. And unfortunately, there's no way to stop firing once Kidney Stone goes off, so you just kind of have to deal with it. Yep. Let's see if we can get a bomb or 2 cents in this room. Sometimes you can in the alt path door. Got a bomb. Look at that. So definitely a good use of the key there, because now we can get this Fool Gold here. Will then allow us to get Steam Sale, and then who knows what that's going to lead to. So we will be able to get another Soul Heart because of this, because this is going to be a half-price Soul Heart, which drops it from 5 cents to 3 cents. Yeah, so this is good. Good. As we say in Mexico, sí. Look, I love the Spanish mosh pit. It's always a pleasure whenever I interact with them, and they're so kind and so caring. But we have other divisions of the mosh pit. We have the German mosh pit, the Swedish mosh pit, the Norwegian mosh pit, the Brazilian mosh pit's huge. We have all the Canadian mosh pit. I know it's a little underrepresented sometimes, but we do have the Canadian mosh pit. We have a Japanese mosh pit. We have a few Japanese fans out there. I wish I could speak all the languages that you all speak at once, but unfortunately I can only handle like 10 or 11 languages in my brain, which of course I'm always fluent in. Everyone knows. I thought that the Duolingo Spanish or German like streak, I thought that was interesting, but people shot that idea down. Apparently, Duolingo does some bad stuff, or isn't worth it, or something like that. I don't know, man. What is good these days? You know, I mean, what companies or what apps can you really even speak about without someone inevitably being like, oh, well, did you know that in 1994 they killed a housefly without letting it know first? Or you know, it's like always something crazy. Like, I have no mercy on flies, as everyone knows, when it comes to inside of my house. First off, I don't ever see flies in my house, because that is a clear sign of there's something that has gone rotten, or you're not keeping up with cleaning. Secondly, if I do find some type of flying creature, a flying insect type in my house and home, they get swiftly dealt with. It doesn't matter what they are, be it a moth, be it a butterfly, be it a fly, whatever. They get dealt with. Now, thankfully, moths and butterflies are not a creature that I have to deal with. If I did get a butterfly, I will say I have a soft spot for butterflies and for moths, because I don't think that they intentionally mean to harm you, and they don't even mean to be a nuisance. I think they're just you know, they're cool creatures. I like butterflies and moths, and maybe also because I do like Mothra a little bit. But that being said, though, That being said, you can't live here. You can't stay here. All right. But if I were to encounter a butterfly inside the house, I would do everything I possibly could to not touch it and see if it could get out on its own, and B, make sure it stays alive. But if you're a housefly or a mosquito or any type of if you're like a skeeter eater, or they're also known as crane flies or mosquito hawks, yeah, you're cooked. Or those love bugs that we get every now and then, yeah. Again, thankfully, I don't have to deal with them. It's usually just spiders, and I usually leave spiders alone for now. Unless they're encroaching on my territory or they're getting a little too comfortable, then, well, we gotta have a little talk. Very nice upgrade here with the pentagram, and again, with D-Bizzle now. D-Bizzle, you know, 2026 has been a kind year for him. He's playing like in prime form again. He had a kind of an off year last year. I understand that, you know, a little bit of a 7-year slump, but he's back and better than ever. We are now more than halfway to February already. Can you believe it? We are already halfway through the first month of 2026. How does that make you feel? Have you kept up with that resolution? Have you been doing those workouts? Have you been keeping up to that diet plan? I don't know if I've kept up with the diet plan yet. I'm working on it though. I am excited. I did get some heavy resistance bands. One of the times I was in the best shape of my life was when I was doing resistance band training, home workouts at home. And I was looking pretty good, not gonna lie. It was definitely the era of I've got to maintain what I've got because I know it's gonna get harder later on. And boy howdy, has it been. I remember counting the micros and macros and doing all that crap, man. It sucked. It really did suck, but at the same time, it's definitely worth it. And it's just good for you to do, you know. It's not just about looking good, but feeling good too. Tigrum should be here. I am shocked. I'm shocked and appalled. Shoop woo. Shoop is going to give us a brimstone-like attack, which is going to scale with our damage. It's very, very, very good at taking out small groups of enemies. It's not really viable for like boss killing capabilities unless you have a really gigapump damage stat. Might as well go fight the boss now. I'm going to wait for Kidney Stone, though. We've not found the shop or the item room by this point, which means that they're adjacent from one another. Or at least they're joined at the hip by a joining room. Shoop de whoop. Notice how Shoop de whoop did not allow Kidney Stone to continue on, and then Kidney Stone picked right where it left off after the Shoop de whoop duration expired. I'm going to end up shooting these barrels. I know I am, so I'm going to take care of this now. Get Blue Cap, which is going to give us a very nice Tears upgrade. There's one stat that we are a little bit trailing in right now, until now, of course. 3.65 is not that bad. Now, I'm dodging like a moron against these hosts here. What you should be doing instead of just backing all the way up here is just look for a gap, look for a seam to get inside of the pattern. You will never be able to back out of every single shot that's fired at you. But running away like this is only creating issues that you're going to run into, like a corner of a wall or a gap in, a corner in the gap or something like that. It's only going to create more problems. So you want to dodge like a smart person. So if you have a triple shot coming at you from this direction, instead of going, all you got to do is just sidestep the middle one, or sidestep to the left, or sidestep to the right, depending on whichever direction is your dominant, easy to acquire exit trajectory. Now, obviously, there are some cases, like in this room here, you have no choice but to back up because there's no way, there's not enough horizontal space for you to maneuver like this unless you just are a god at dodging, which I am not. Ooh, that's good. Good. Man, what do we go here? Got to go Black Candle first, just to get rid of any sort of any sort of doubt and fear over us getting any curses. And obviously getting the treasure map is going to be top priority, which means now I have to go do this mob trap room. Boss rush ain't going to happen. We already knew that. Some money here, and we get 7 cents. Wow. We got 7 cents inside of one chest. We didn't have to make up the difference. I'm not going to use Shoop to Whoop in this room because there's just no point. We're going to use it for the boss. I mean, I could use it now and get a full charge, but not that big of a deal. We have enough damage here, especially now with Lusty Blood, which is going to give us an increasing damage amount every time we kill a mob inside of this room. You see there, we were able to tap the Mimic chest right before the iframes ended up wearing off, which do not stand for infinity frames, by the way, but stand for invincibility frames. They say one word wrong, and everyone freaking crucifies you for it. Out of my entire existence, I've said plenty of words wrong. Called brain farts. Tongue twisters. We've already... Wait, no, we've already beaten the boss. What am I talking about? Well, let's get this chest anyway. So we have the treasure map, we've got Black Candle, and that should accelerate our chance to get boss rush, but it still ain't happening. Now, if you wanted to, or if I wanted to, I could let Kidney Stone charge before every single room that we clear and be 100% safe and never have to worry about anything. I'm not going to do that, though. But if you wanted to, if we absolutely had to, we definitely could. Ooh. Shoop's good at taking out of these sort of more annoying rooms and also greed fights. I'm not even going to mess with greed. Secret room's not north of here. Bombs don't matter. There we go. So we resume the Kidney Stone tiers. Oh, mama. Tech 1. No, we didn't get a chance to get Tech 1 the other day, but now we do. Go. Tech 1. Love me some Tech 1. Go into the curse room here since it's basically a free entry. They might be thinking, hey, it's Invicta. Does Tech 1 work with Kidney Stone? The answer is yes. Yes, it does. Observe. Observe. Oh, mama. That's what we love about Tech 1, man. Unlimited range. Scales insanely well with your tears rate and damage, and has piercing shots. Shoot. Name me one thing it can't do. Got a roundabout way of getting to the boss room here. Super secret room's guaranteed to be left of here. I have no idea where the regular secret room is. I thought it was to the right of the boss trap room, but apparently not. Hey. So now it's somewhere over here somewhere, but can't be bothered. I mean, we have an extremely outside chance of still making boss rush, but it's so remote that I doubt it's going to happen. Here's our secret room, by the way. Finally got there. This would have to be the hall of all halls for butts to make to boss rush here. Now, we do have Steam sale, so I do want to at least get 40 cents here. Okay, there we go. Bumbo gets absolutely melted here by Tech 1. Mr. Dolly, which is going to give us a range, but more importantly, a tears up at the base level. I can't. I can't sacrifice D-Bizzle. He's been doing too well for us. This would be the miracle of all miracles here if we somehow made boss rush on this run. I got stuck. You know what? You can have this room, game. I don't really care. There's nothing for us in there. Is this our item room? It is not. Look at that. Tech 1 blasting everything in here, man. Item room should be to the left of the big room, I'm thinking. The only downside about Tech 1 is the fact that it does tend to hit walls a lot. Actually, this is our boss room. Now I expect the boss room to be over here. There you go. So big damage upgrade there from Lusty Blood. It does scale very, very quickly. Seeing here, Spectral Tears would be an absolute godsend. Oh, come on. I thought they'd be enraged for Shoop to Whoop there. Here's our shop. Shoop to Whoop. I know it's not going to happen. We're going to make it close, though. I will take Voodoo Head just because we might hopefully get some flying or something like that that can have, or at least cut down on the amount of HP that we're using for a Curse Room. Our item room is not over here. Okay, now boss rush is pretty much dead at this point. No secret room over Meow. Really? So this is a giant floor. We'll take Rotten Tomato. Can't believe the secret room's not there. Don't have time for this. I mean, I don't know why I'm trying here. We're not going to make it, but still go and try. Secret room is there, by the way. So that paint, that red paint that you see there on stain, that is Rotten Apple, making everything aggro to the boss. I call painting the target, even though I don't know exactly what it's called in game, but I call it painting the target. See. I mean, we would have to book it of all buckets. And give it the old college try here. We would have everything that would have to go right, which is finding the Fool card, which we actually did. And we got this. We've got to book it over to the mom fight here. And I mean, book it. Not how you book it. Okay, this is not the boss room. It's over. I thought that for sure this would be the boss room, but well, we tried. I don't think we would have had enough time to do it anyway, but hey, you can't say I didn't try. I will take the eraser for now, but not to use more than once, because it's not better than Shoop to Whoop. What? It's, oh, you know what? It's that bug thing again. I need to tell Zombolus about that. It's the, if you have Tech 1, I believe that it is, I think. I'm going to do this just because I don't care. I'm pretty sure it's if you have Tech 1, you get absolutely no range out of the eraser. Or maybe not. The kidney stone that's doing it? There's something that affects the range of the eraser. Why the caps lock keeps... Either way. Yeah, there's something that we have that is negatively impacting the range of the eraser. I thought it was Tech 1. Maybe it's Kidney Stone? I don't know, man. I don't know how this game works. First room here. Got a world card. First world card, by the way. We should go back. Was that Crystal Key on this floor, or was that on last floor? I was on this floor. Okay. Go in the curse room here, because remember, we do have Voodoo Head, and Voodoo Head's supposed to make every single curse room more better. Mo better. Sounds like I'm being sarcastic, because I am. That was the chief defense of Voodoo Head, was that it always makes curse rooms worth it. Which it usually does, but it also doesn't sometimes. Really just depends on your luck. Okay, the item room is not here either. So in a run where we had a very, very, very remote shot at making Boss Rush, we've now spent almost 4 minutes on this floor. If you're wondering what's going on with our movement speed and tears rate, that is Bloody Gust that's kicking in now. So every time that we take damage, we're also going to be gaining tears and movement speed for the entire floor. And that's good. It does wear off at the end of the floor, though, which is bad. Eternal D-Sizzle, which is good, though. Ooh, Skeleton Key. 99 keys. Sorry, Shoop. Look, we gotta do what we gotta do. I don't have a mute button anymore, man. I got no more mute button. We really should go get a full charge on the Eternal D6 before the boss. And that was one of those sneezes that, like, it hurts your wrists, your arms, you know? Had some volume to it. I'm gonna wait for Kidney Stone again to proc. Tech 1 showing you how it's done. If I had to choose between all the tech items, but I can only pick one, it would be Tech 1. I like Tech Point 5 until they added the addition of Ipecac shots to it. Tech X can be good, but it's also cumbersome. And I don't like Tech 2 that much. Tech 0 is okay, but Tech 1, man, there's absolutely nothing wrong with Tech 1. It's a classic item and just one of the best. Get Void. It's a little late for Void. Ooh, but it is not too late for Leviathan and Pact. Well, Lord of the Pit and then also Leviathan. Yeah, we'll take that. Been slowly cleaning up my diet. I will say, for everything that's negative and bad about social media, like especially TikTok and Twitter and you know, some of YouTube, what it's good at and what it's useful for is giving me ideas on healthy alternatives to food. You know, like last year when I was making those, I think it was last year anyway, I was making those cottage cheese pizzas. Oh man, I gotta start making those again, man. Those are actually legitimately good. Making you know, bread, making banana bread, and I like the ideas of people who know more about something than I do. And when it comes to food, I'm always down for a challenge, and so making stuff that I've never made before is interesting to me, even though I don't mind cooking for myself, but I'd much rather cook for other people. It might just be like I don't know, a Chinese thing, because, you know, my dad, he's Chinese and he loves to make food for other people, but he would rather not make for himself. And I'm kind of the same way. Like, I enjoy cooking for myself, but I'm much happier cooking for my girlfriend or the family or friends and stuff. I would take this. I'm not saying it's exclusively a Chinese thing. I mean, there's it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your background is. There's people like that everywhere. I'm just saying, for me personally, I would much rather cook for people than cook for myself. So if I find like an awesome chicken recipe or a cool ribs recipe or something like that, we all know the infamous rib incident of 2024. You know, that was a suggestion by my buddy Justin, HC Justin, and I tried it and it was awesome. I followed the video to a T with a couple of little slight modifications, and those ribs were awesome. After I got them back from the Vulture. If you don't know the great rib disaster of 2024, well, you're not that far down on the Invicta iceberg. We got to strengthen your lore here. Real OGs know that 2024 is filled with a couple of iconic moments. The Vulture, the rib incident, the 4D experience. Oh God. Yes, I do want Spectral Tears. Not only does it break the tears cap, or not break the tears cap, but it goes extremely well with Tech 1 with the piercing. So environmental objects are no longer an issue, and Goat Head is practically worthless because it's not doing a victory lap. But anyway, I've been really digging chicken recipes lately, and one of my favorite things to make, other than Mama Victa's chicken and noodles, is straight up regular. I might be a little vanilla here, just straight up shake and bake. The extra crispy chicken shake and bake is incredible. I'm gonna let y'all in a little secret now. Okay, I want this just to be between me and you. All right, don't tell anyone else this, but I'm gonna gatekeep the rest of the world except for me and you. All right, if you are into chicken and you like shake and bake, and you happen to be down south, one of my secret recipes for steak and chicken and also French fries is there's a brand of seasoning called TexJoy. I've spoken about it before. Now, one of the tricks, little hacks that I like to do to enhance my shake and bake experience is add, not a lot, you don't want to make it too salty, but add a little bit of TexJoy into the shake and bake mix. Ho, 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 brother. Oh, sister, you got yourself incredible homemade chicken. All right, now shake and bake is not healthy for you, okay? It's not great. It's not the worst thing you could do, but it's also not the best thing. But if I just feel lazy and I just want to get some protein in, and I mean, chicken is unmatched for me. Chicken is S tier. We've already talked about this. And I just want to get some protein in. I just want some yummy chicken without really too much maintenance at all. Just give me a bone-in chicken breast with skin. I'll toss it in a shake and bake bag, add some TexJoy to that, and just pop her in the oven. That's it. It is an S tier dinner. And then if you want to enhance that, make yourself some mashed potatoes, maybe some mac and cheese, or if you're going for the healthy route, some vegetables. I don't know. Those green things that I don't ever eat because they're green. They're nasty. Yeah, that's the second time that we've been hit by that same beam here, game. Not a fan. Kidney Stone, I need you to step it up here. Get a proc, thank you. Now, unfortunately, we didn't have many ads that we could kill in the Isaac fight, so it's kind of nerfed our potential output for damage by a fair bit. There we go. Down goes Isaac. That was a Soul of Bethany. We should. I'm not going to go in the curse rooms. It's just too expensive to go in there at this point. And we have no guppy items. I just want to see what's inside of the mob trap room over here. And there goes my kidney stone. There goes my kidney stone up down the road. I don't think Dave would have gotten too far with that one. Gonna be like that, huh? Nope. No fun for you, Conquest. All right, well, let's hope we can find some red hearts here. We're not entirely safe here, but we're okay. We gotta tighten up a little bit on the dodging, and then we're home free. All right, so we don't have to worry about any curses because of Black Candle. That's bad. That's not great. Yeah, let's do that. And we got more spacebar items. Neat. Alrighty. So out of the 4 chests, which re-rolled into now 7 items, 6 of them were active items. So that's neat. That's cool. This is why I wanted to put the bomb here. There we go. Should have gone back and re-rolled. Kidney stone, I need you working here. We are now officially less than one month away from eugenics. I am looking so forward to. Wow. Eternal D6. I don't know what to say about this one, son. Gotta wait for kidney stone here because we're only on 4 HP, so we gotta tighten up a little bit. That was not tightening up, although to be fair, going up against double cage is quite obnoxious. Kidney stone's charged. There we go. Teleport doesn't really do anything for us. Oh, God. Gluttony just blasted Lust right there. Oh, Gluttony's last man standing here. D-Bizzle, one for the road. Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Have a happy Monday here. And if you found yourself discouraged by maybe not starting your workout goals or dieting or anything like that, or just on your resolutions, then use this video as an opportunity to get you jump started. You know, it's early on in the year, very, very early on. It's not even tax day yet. You got plenty of time to start working out or just doing whatever you do, doing what your goals were. You know, make daily goals, something like that. It's good for your life. It's good for your health. And you'll find yourself being happier, I think. So, of course, if you want to make your routine, clicking that like button and leaving a comment as well. That also helps a great deal. It helps out my channel, and also it keeps me going with daily content here on YouTube. So thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great start to your brand new week. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank patrons of mine like Colvin Liker, Dina, Captain Razortail, and Eric Clement. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.